What is going on YouTube? This is Angus of Boss Fitness and I'm here in Phuket in Thailand about to smash out a leg workout. Whatever this joint is called, I think it's called Primal Fitness. Gonna hammer out some legs and then obviously get into the rest of the day doing all the sorts of tourist good stuff that you typically see, like touring and eating and stuff like that. So legs is gonna be the name of the game, fat loss focus. So I'll be taking you through with my the exercises that I'll be doing. It's gonna be boss and yeah, feel free to follow along. Let's get stuck into it.
Let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through?
What's going on everyone? Hope you're enjoying this video so far and welcome to leg day. So this one was an absolute ripper, I'll tell you that. We're kicking off the workout with calves. And if any of you have ever watched some of Kai Green's videos, you'll know that he usually starts off with calves as well. So we're using this cool machine. I've never actually used it before. It's like a seated calf raise press type deal. Like it's different to just sitting on a leg press and doing it. We basically hammered our calves with a truckload of volume, and to this day, it's about 3 or 4 days later, I've still got DOMs. It's absolutely ridiculous. So we were doing reps of about 15 to 25 and did about 3 sets on the actual seated machine you're seeing here. And really just maximizing full stretch, in other words the eccentric, so where you get the full stretch at the bottom of your calf, the gastrocnemius, and then a full flexion as well, so that therefore you're really maximizing just the stimulus of the calf muscle itself, which obviously on ladies, on guys, it is a sexy sort of attribute to have to your physique. We then moved on to the standing calf raise, which obviously places a load in a different sort of way, because obviously the load is now on top of your body rather than pushing it away. So taking the calf through a different plane of motion. Obviously it's a closed chain, but regardless, absolutely awesome to kick off a workout with. And obviously with this sort of climate where we're training in Phuket, it's pretty goddamn humid, meaning that by this stage we're already sweating bricks, which was absolutely crazy, and probably not the best idea to be wearing a singlet. Probably should have worn a shirt, and also we didn't have a towel, so not the best in terms of hygiene either, but YOLO after all. We then moved into stiff-legged deadlifts. These are absolutely amazing, especially for building that booty, tightening and toning those hamstring areas, and really just sort of hitting the mass of the legs. You'll see here that I'm getting some really solid range of motion here. I'm actually leaning right into the movement. I'm sticking my bum right back while making sure, let's go for it, while making sure that I'm standing on a step. So this was, I think it was 4 sets of about 15 as well. Absolutely incredible. We then moved into what you'll see here, which is a kick-ass unilateral leg press. So basically you've got both planes of motion for the actual leg press itself. Absolutely amazing, really, really cool. With this one, we actually went fairly heavy, 4 sets of 12, making sure that your feet were about neutral. So in other words, not quite nice and wide like you would for hamstrings, but in the middle sort of, if you will, so that you're actually hitting the quads and getting that real nice deep plane of motion. It's really, really cool. And different to any sort of leg press that I've ever actually worked with myself. You'll see here now, I've got my gym partner at the time, Elliot, who's also doing a quads exercise with me. So with this one, what we actually did was he pushed the actual resistance and weight on the way down. And this meant that what actually happened was you're just loading it with some extra load rather than just doing normal reps. So if you have a gym partner with you, this is something you can really actually do yourself. What it's going to allow you to do is, I guess, build the actual, loading upon your quads rather than just doing normal leg extensions. So we did, I think it was 3 sets of 12 or so with this 4 sort of reps. And then I think it was about 6 reps just normal. So you'll see me here pretty much in a bit of pain because it was pretty intense. And then flowing into some actual normal leg extensions afterwards. So he dropped it, I hammered out 6 and did a bit of obviously stretching and moved on with the workout. It was really, really cool. And with this sort of one, you really want to make sure that if you do have a partner that you are really just maximizing the rest break while she's having a turn before you then wham into it doing it yourself. We finished off our workout with some superset action. So this is where you go from one exercise to the next, back to back without rest before you rest again. So in this case, we were doing seated hamstring curls this one here, once again, a machine that I've never used before. It was really, really cool. Bit different to a normal pin loaded machine. This one here was plate loaded, so yeah, you get a really nice range of motion. I focused on really getting a nice contraction in at the bottom before then obviously releasing it up and then doing some partial reps. So we did 3 sets of 15, so 15 reps of the seated, 15 reps per leg of the lying, and that obviously counted as a set, and we did that 3 times. So a really nice amount of load, really awesome. And then we also did a cheeky little bit of you know, seated adduction and abduction to finish. But it was an awesome workout, really, really fun. So there we have it, guys. Leg day done and dusted. That was an epic workout. We hit quads, we hit hammies, we hit glutes, we hit all the good stuff. Sweat and bricks, time to go and eat and get stuck into the rest of the day on this Thailand travel bonanza. Please, if you like this video, make sure to give it a like, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, would love it if you can subscribe and join in the Boss Fitness community. And yeah, drop a comment, let me know what other videos you'd like to see or what you found valuable. Let's keep the conversation going, and catch you next time, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Catch you later.